Hi, Eman.
Hi, welcome to EmDrawsArt Studio.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm actually prepping for a workshop happening tomorrow.
So, can you tell us what inspired you to open an art studio?
So honestly, the lack of creative spaces in Karachi and somewhere where people can actually just experiment with art and not have to learn something all the time.
So, is this a part of your setup for the session?
Actually, yes. So I'm hosting a tote bag workshop tomorrow. So this is all the paints and all the materials that we'll be needing. This is our custom aprons here, just sitting here. And yeah.
What was your idea behind this?
So the idea behind this was to create a space in Karachi where everything and all creative things happen. So we host dance nights here, we host movie nights, we host multiple art workshops, and just anything and everything where people can come and chill and have a good time.
So, are these the tote bags that people will be using?
Actually, yes, and this is actually our custom studio logo happening here.
Okay, so can you tell us what is art for you?
Art for me is very obviously life. It's everything and everything that I want and I do when I'm happy or sad or feeling anything at all.
So, what was your idea behind the painting right there behind you?
This is actually a painting that's very close to my heart. So I'll show you something very cool. It's sort of like a very long piece that comes together when you put them like this. And it's all 99 names of Allah mixed together.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Can you tell us what services do you provide at EmDrawsArt Studio and how has the response been so far?
So there's a lot of services we provide here. I started this space with workshops. So they were basically therapeutic furniture painting workshops. So now we host a lot of different therapeutic activities here. The space runs as an art cafe where people can come and chill. And then also we host multiple creative things and events for couples, for people, for moms, everything. Just catered to a wide variety of audiences.
Unapologetic 2024. What is your idea behind this?
This has a very interesting story actually. Let me just complete it a bit. So this piece is something that I created in 2023. And behind this area was something very different. However, 2023 was a journey. And now I've cut all of that out and aiming for a very, very nice 2024 with a beautiful piece ahead, I feel like.
Wow. So, what do you love the most about your work and how do you stay inspired?
Honestly, what I love about my work is that it doesn't follow any rules. So when we learn about art or when we think about art, there's a lot of rules and tips and tricks that people need to follow. Certain things that people need to do. And how I stay inspired is that I associate my art with whatever I feel. So मुझे जो भी हो रहा है मेरी लाइफ में जो भी चल रहा है, I associate that to colors, I associate that to art, and then that's how I stay inspired.
That's great. Do you follow any rituals or routines at your studio to get a creative mindset?
I mean, of course, who doesn't have rituals when they go to work? I mean, this is my work, so of course I have rituals. Before any workshop, my first and foremost thing is something to drink, which is coffee, and then something to play with, which is art for me. So I pick up an old painting or painting that I'm working on. I just play with colors in a isolated space so that I get into the feel before I welcome people into my space.
Cool coffee space, by the way.
Thank you. This is actually very close to my heart, and this is my favorite part of the station because it says I don't give a frap, and fraps were my favorite coffee for the longest time.
So Eman, can you tell us that how does your space help channel the inner artist of a person?
Honestly, it comes from the idea that in my workshops, I teach people with multiple tools and tips and tricks that they can create art so they don't have to have a free hand, like they don't have to know how to create a portrait or a landscape art, and then it sort of becomes a very inclusive space where everybody can create art without having to be the traditional artist.
So Eman, we have some really fun questions for you.
Okay.
So Eman, Picasso art limit,
Picasso.
abstract or portraits?
Abstract.
Monochrome or riot of colors?
Riot of colors.
Furniture painting or canvas painting?
Furniture painting.
Mountains or beaches for inspiration?
Both.
Commercial art or therapeutic art?
Therapeutic art.
If you could paint anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Honestly, Paris.
Most unusual source of inspiration?
My stress.
If your art could have a soundtrack, what would it be?
The Eras set list for Taylor Swift's tour.
A go-to art supply that you can't live without?
I think gold paint and a flat brush.
And lastly, describe your artistic style in 3 words.
Free, colorful, and abstract.
Wonderful. It was a great session. Thank you so much, Eman, for having us.
Wait. This is not the end. I still have to show you my favorite spot. Come on. You have to see. So this is my favorite spot. This is called Splash Zone by EmDrawsArt.
And why did you name it Splash Zone?
Basically because what we do here is splash therapy. Let me give you a demonstration.
Please.
So the idea behind this space is that my studio is very calm, very clean, very immaculate, and this is the
for sure.
absolute opposite of that. This is where you let go, you become crazy, and you do everything and you let out all of your frustrations.
Really love the concept behind Splash Zone.
Thank you. This is actually the area where we set up all of our paints. And let me give you a demonstration of what we work
Yes,
with.
please show us how does it work.
So we start with writing all our frustrations down, and then we literally throw at them.